I want to move on now to talk a little bit about education. So we recently asked New Yorkers in a poll to grade the city's public school system since the start of the pandemic, and I want to show you these grades. 3/4 gave the school system a C or below. Certainly not the kind of grades you want to see your children come home with, right? So, Mr. Sliwa, how do you get these grades up? A few specifics, please, and you have 60 seconds.
Critical race theory. What kind of nonsense is this that the Department of Education is putting into the curriculum to teach children that children who are white have white privilege, that they have to take a knee, they have to defer? I will eliminate that. We have mayoral control in the Department of Education. Number two, we're going to be teaching history and civics. They're going to be doing the national anthem as I did when I was in PS 114 in Canarsie and Bildersee Junior High School, and the Pledge of Allegiance. And they're going to be civics classes. And we're going to raise everyone's level by having more gifted and talented, not less, more gifted and talented. And the specialty tests to get into Stuyvesant, Bronx High School of Science, Brooklyn Tech, Staten Island Tech, and Townsend on the Queens College campus, they will remain in effect. We are not going to all of a sudden change the rules because the Asian community is doing so well. What a slap in the face. You follow the rules, you live the all-American dream of going from rags to riches, and then you're being told, because you followed all the rules, you can't go to the specialty high schools. No, critical race theory eliminated. Eliminated.
Thank you, Mr. Sliwa. Mr. Mateo, how would you specifically get the grades up for our kids in our public schools? You also have 60 seconds.
In 2019, we had 80,000 kids drop out of school. I know how that feels because I dropped out when I was 14. And what did I do? I went to vocational school and I learned how to lay floors. I learned how to lay carpet. I would increase the vocational school system here in New York City. I would triple it on the numbers right now. I would go to Rikers Island and I would, first of all, I wouldn't close it. I would make sure that I reform it and it becomes a rehabilitation center with vocational schools in Rikers Island. I had a program there in 1989 where I was teaching, training, and employing first-time nonviolent offenders. Guess what? It was the most successful program in the entire country, jail program. I would make sure that every parent has a voucher. And if they want to send their kids to charter school, private school, Catholic school, any school that they want, that's where they should send their kids. Not to a school that the government says they've got to take their kids to. I believe in freedom for parents to decide what school their kids should go to.
Thank you, Mr. Mateo.
May I say one thing?
You have 30 seconds.
Teachers, right? I don't care what schools they're in, public schools, charter schools, parochial schools, should not have to reach into their pockets to pay for supplies of children. In the city, the Department of Education, that bloated bureaucracy, gets $30 billion out of a $99 billion budget, and they make teachers have to pay for the supplies of the children. No, we have to eliminate the Department of Education. That bureaucracy has to go because they suck up all the money. Put it into the classrooms, let the teachers teach, and pay for the supplies that the children need.
Okay, thank you. You can,
Yes.
30 seconds.
For years, I get calls from parents telling me my son or my daughter got home barefooted in the wintertime, or their coats were stolen. Bullies took their sneakers or their coats. I believe in a uniform system. When you go to any third world country, regardless of how poor it is, you identify students by what they're wearing, going to and from school. Why don't we do that here in New York and stop the competition? Who's wearing Gucci? Who's wearing Versace? Who's wearing this? Who's wearing that? Everyone should go to school looking like a student, not looking like whatever they want to look like.
Thank you, Mr. Mateo. Mr. Sliwa, let's talk a little bit about testing. Do you believe that New York City kids should get tested in order to get into gifted and talented schools and programs? Please take 30 seconds.
I remember sitting in the auditorium of the public school where my son Carter was going for gifted and talented, and then my youngest son Hunter. They didn't qualify. Who beat them? Asian children in the borough of Queens, because they deserved it. Now, was I a little upset? Was their mother upset? Of course. Why not more gifted and talented programs? Not stifle it, expand it. and especially into communities of color. Give them that opportunity to excel. They cut back on gifted and talented in the inner city. They need to expand it.
Okay, Mr. Mateo, same question. Should we be testing our kids to get into gifted and talented schools and programs?
I believe that the smartest kids, the kids that work the hardest, the kids that are disciplined at home and they study hard to achieve, those are the kids that should be going to these schools. Being tested, everyone is tested. When you become a pilot, you're tested to make sure you can navigate the airplane. Otherwise, you're not going to do it. If, in order to get into a car, you get tested to make sure you pass your road test. I believe, as Curtis said, that we need to expand these schools because there are a lot of very smart, intelligent people, not enough rooms to fit them in. So if we can fit them in more schools, that's what we would do.
Thank you.
And
30 seconds.
The cap on the charter schools. There's an 8-to-1 ratio of acceptance, mostly children of color. Parents and guardians desperately getting into a lottery system, praying, lighting candles, hoping their child will be accepted into a charter school. And who says no to charters? Bill de Blasio, who said, I hate charters. Michael Mulgrew, head of UFT, who does everything within his powers to crush charters. We need to raise those caps both at the CCNY level and the SUNY level, and let us have educational choice.
30 seconds.
We want to make sure that every New Yorker understands who is responsible for all these problems. It's not you, the parent, and it's not you, the kid that studies, that works hard. It's the mayor, it's the leader of this city. We need to bring leadership here that can expand and get out of that bubble. We need to stop electing politicians and people that are career politicians, that's all they do, that's all they know. We need to bring in people with experience, people that know what they're doing in order to change the direction of this city.